Damn. I have no water. That's what I'm gonna go grab. All right, let's see who's in here, y'all. I'm back. I just had to go grab water. Adam, what's going on? Scott, what's going on? Nicholas, Tiki Taki, C2, what's going on? How's everyone's day going so far? Again, been a minute since I have done a live. Scent of the day, Armani Code Eau de Parfum. If none of you guys have seen my scent of the day, really good fragrance. Literally Armani Code EDT, just with more, or just with some added citrus. Phenomenal fragrance. Sup, Dino Kid? If I sub, can I get a shout out? Nicholas, you're already sub, but y'all, shout out Nicholas. Scent of the day, Acqua di Gio Profumo 2013 version. I've never tried any version of Profumo. The only Acqua di Gio I have in my collection, Profondo. I absolutely love this stuff. Good, Tiki Taki, that's good. Hey, Micah, how are you? I'm good, Shrimp. What about you? Is that discontinued? Yes, this one is discontinued. Now the new Eau de Parfum is like a clone of either Profumo or Absolute, I want to say. Subbed, hey, the Dino Kid, I appreciate that. King Fragrance, what's going on? But like I said, let me know what everyone is wearing today. As I said, I'm wearing Armani Code Eau de Parfum Scott Profumo, Acqua di Gio. I've tried the new Acqua di Gio. I think it's the Eau de Parfum or the Parfum that's supposed to smell like Profumo, and didn't smell bad. I've never smelled Profumo before, so I couldn't really like compare the two. But it wasn't bad. It was just like okay. Wearing bar soap. King Fragrance probably wearing the Dove bar soap again. Brought the Ultramall you recommended, and you got told you stink the room up of vanilla. Well, how many sprays did you do, Shrimp? Because if I go to school and if I wear Ultramall, I go like 3, maybe 4 sprays. I don't know. I mean, I've never been told that I stink up. Oh, 6 sprays? Yeah, I think 6 sprays may be a little too much for school. Now, obviously, if you were compliments as well, then go 6 sprays. When I wear Ultramall to school, I like 3 or 4 sprays, but I always get a lot of compliments when I wear this fragrance. More infrared later. King, good choice. Spice Bomb Infrared is a good fragrance. Fresh and still like spicy at the same time. Irish Spring. Irish Spring soap. Duke Cannon Sawtooth smells like Acqua di Gio Parfum, but for $20 at Target, and it's an EDP. I used to have the green Duke Cannon fragrance. I can't remember what it was called, but I got it and I did like it. I never really wore it though. 2. Gabe's, what is 2? Try Motto. What is Motto? Profondo is like the original with the added note of incense. Of an incense kind of smokier, high quality version, in my opinion, more mature. Scott, are you saying Profondo or Profumo is like the original? but with like the added incense, because that would make sense if it's Profondo, because Profondo I know had incense in it. Have I heard of Dior Sauvage? Pretty good. I give it 5 big booms. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about your brother that passed away. He gets 5 big booms. What fragrance for your interview on Monday? King. Let's see. You're wearing infrared today. Infrared wouldn't be like the best interview fragrance, but ooh, King, I would either go Mont Blanc Explorer, YSL Myself, or Fakar Black. Just because those are like really good fragrances that a lot of people like. Scent of the day, my scent of the day, Armani Code Eau de Parfum original formulation. Have I used Explorer yet? Yes, I have used Explorer. Now, this is not one that I wear insanely often, and this was one of my first fragrances. Mont Blanc Explorer, clone of Creed Aventus. From what I've heard, this is pretty much Creed Aventus without the pineapple, which I don't know. I've never smelled Creed Aventus, so it could be totally in this. But from what I've heard, Explorer is like the, but just without pineapple. Still a good fragrance. It's slightly smoky. It's a fresh citrus smoky fragrance. I don't get any pineapple in there, obviously because this doesn't have pineapple in it. But good fragrance, signature worthy as well. But Explorer is good. Explorer definitely is good. Don't know what to get out of the 3, red, blue, or black. Oh, Explorer, wait. What 3 are you talking about, Shrimp? Because if you're talking about Explorer, no, you're not talking about Explorer. Shrimp, I have no clue what you're talking about. I don't know what to get out of the 3, red, but well, there's, oh yeah, because there's one which I guess would be the black one. There's Ultra Blue. Is there a red one? I don't think that there's a red one. But there could, no, there's not a red one. I know that there's Legend Red. If there is a red one, I've never seen a red one. I'm Profumo, gotcha, Scott. Whatever happened to the gaming days? Nicholas, really, I was just doing those gaming days because I was going live so much in the summer, and I didn't want to just keep doing fragrance lives. Now, I eventually will be getting a Xbox Series X, which then I think I could start posting some gaming content. But I think honestly, like, I would want to get like a PS5 because I heard that apparently you can like stream directly like off your PS5 onto YouTube. Just ordered Le Male Parfum sample yesterday. Tiki Taki, what size and how much? We have a red one in the UK. Interesting. In the US, I've never seen a red one. So I don't know. Like between this one and Ultra Blue, I would probably go just this original one. Like Ultra Blue is good, but there's definitely better options for a blue fragrance. Even though I don't really think Ultra Blue is necessarily like a blue fragrance. It is a blue fragrance, but it's like the Blue Day Chanel blue fragrances where it's not your traditional blue fragrance. It's just like a really nice, clean citrus. Thoughts on the Squidward cologne? Wish I could try it. Gaming channel soon. C2 possibly. I know I want to prioritize a car tuning channel over a gaming channel though. You can do that on Xbox, I believe. I don't know, I use PC, but have a Series X. Well, I have I had a Series S, but I gave it to my girlfriend because I really haven't been playing video games that much. But I gave that to her. And I remember I was trying to be able to stream directly off of my, directly off of my Xbox. And I had to, like, go through these weird apps to get to it, and it never ended up, like, being successful. But I heard off of, like, a PS5, you can just go straight off of your PlayStation. Why is there so much hype on Blue Day Chanel? I don't really know because, like, Blue Day Chanel, if you just want fresh and clean fragrances, something that you can throw on and get compliments with, Blue Day Chanel is going to be a good fragrance. To me, why I don't really like Blue Day Chanel necessarily is they smell pretty basic. They're pretty overpriced for what they are, and they never, like, last the longest time. Like, the Eau de Parfum and the Parfum will last longer than, an average fragrance, but for their price, I'm expecting something that's, like, insanely long-lasting, an intriguing scent, and it just really doesn't do it for me. 0.75 ml for $2. That's actually really not a bad price. Blue Day Chanel smells like straight lemons. I mean, it is definitely very citrusy. A fragrance to me that smells like straight lemons in the opening, Eros Energy. But I like that dry down because it smells like, well, to me, it smells like Mont Blanc Explorer, but it smells like Creed Aventus. It's not bad, but I don't see it. Oh, for Blue Day Chanel. I want to talk about a couple fragrances that, like, really, after I've let them sit, like, these have become phenomenal fragrances. So what? Let's see. It was those two. Were there any other fragrance? Yeah. It was really just these two. And if you guys watch my short, you guys know what I'm going to say. These are two fragrances that I just had to let sit. And then, like, they're insanely phenomenal now. Cair Pistachio. And I made that short because last night I got home and I sprayed 4 fragrances on me. And these were the two that really stuck out to me. Bright Peach and Cair Pistachio. I can still smell Cair Pistachio. Sprayed it right there like last night. So well over 12 hours ago, and I can still smell it. I love Bleu de Chanel. And King, Bleu de Chanel, like I said, good fragrance. If you want something you can get confidence with, throw it on. Me personally, I think that there's better options. Why I prefer the smell of Y EDT or ADP. The whole Y line, I mean, now that's still a more basic fragrance line, but I would much prefer the Y line over the Bleu de Chanel line. Bright Peach Macerated, yes, I just had to let out. So I did like this one when I first got it, but after letting it sit for a while, oh, this stuff went from like 8.4 out of 10. I don't know what this is necessarily because I know that I'm not really going to be wearing it because this is one that I wear in the warmer weather, but definitely going to be busting this one out in the summer a lot. King Weather Music Career. And then Cair Pistachio, same thing. But with Maison Alhambra Bright Peach, it's definitely just become stronger. And in a way, smells higher quality after I've let it sit. Now, a part of that is because designer and niche fragrances sit for a couple months and then they finally get sent out. Middle Eastern fragrances, they don't have that luxury. They get made, they immediately get sent out. And I've had this fragrance since the summer. So this is over 6 months old. And like this shit has just been sitting and has just been macerating. Smells high quality. It doesn't have, now, peach is still peach is always going to be a synthetic note. Oh, but just smelling this in the air, it's less synthetic. It's fruity. It's really playful. It's really sweet. Maison Alhambra Bright Peach, so good. Smelling it in the air, phenomenal. So this is another one that I literally just had to let sit. It's phenomenal, stronger, longer lasting. For whatever, actually, I was going to say for whatever reason, this reminds me of the fair in my city, but I remember why, because I wore this to the fair and I gave my friend a sample of this at the fair. Oh, phenomenal fragrance. Definitely going to pull this one out when it is warmer out. And the next one, Cair Pistachio. Let's talk about this one. Let's get a quick sniff. Nice pressurized atomizer. So this almost starts off very fruity, sweet, minty, just a little gourmandy. When this does dry down, I get this cotton candy note. I get this whipped cream note. I get this marshmallow note, vanilla. Becomes gourmand, pistachio, ice cream. Phenomenal fragrance. Now, I think if I was faced with a choice, I can only pick one of these to have. I'm going to go Maison Alhambra Bright Peach just because I love the scent profile. And now after it's macerated, it's phenomenal. And this one, again, as I said, reminds me of like my city's fair. So has some form of memories associated with it. But Cair Pistachio, phenomenal as well. Really happy that I got both these. And these are both like, this was like 20 bucks. This was like 25 bucks. So I just had to let them sit and they are phenomenal. But let's see. Let's catch up on comments. Still have honey water. I do have honey water. Yes, honey water right here. Clone of Xerjoff Naxos. Really nice, high quality honey sweetness. Some vanilla and some lavender. And then another one that I got, Sun God, which is a Xerjoff 40 knots clone. Smells just like 40 knots. Like, straight up 1-to-1. Angel's Candy, I don't know if Angel's Candy is a clone. That's the other one that I have from Christopher Lee Fragrances. Don't know if that one's a clone. That one's really good though. But Sun God, clone of 40 knots, and Honey Water, clone of Naxos. I don't know why I was just blanking on that. Clone of Naxos, both phenomenal clones. Soon, Nicholas, I'm gonna have a stew vlog either tomorrow or Monday. Fragrance that smells like Sprite or just lemon lime. So this one, I'm not gonna really say smells like a Sprite, but if you want just like a really nice lemony fragrance, Dior Homme Cologne smells like a refreshing lemonade. So that's like the closest I have in my collection. Really good fragrance. Only thing, I've worn this, I don't know, probably 3, 4, maybe 5 times. And I've already put that big of a dent in it. You have to spray a lot of this fragrance, and it has a pressurized atomizer. 8 sprays out of a Dior atomizer. You end up using a decent amount of this fragrance, but it smells absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Hello, sir. Did you get to try Offnon SNOI? So I've never been able to try any Offnon fragrances. They don't pop up around me. Got to wear my 40 knots. King, you definitely do, but King, I would wait until it starts to get warmer out. What's going on, Micah? What's better, Angel's Candy or Tubi's Cotton Candy? That's a really interesting one because I would never have thought to compare those fragrances. So this one does have a cotton candy note in it. More about what's going on. Should you buy Eros and Eros Flame or Le Beau Le Parfum? I would go Eros and Eros Flame. I do still have Oak, Jose. YEDP, really good fragrance. Missing that Dior in my collection. My favorite lemonade smelling fragrance. Yes, it is phenomenal. Candy does have a cotton candy note in it, and smelling it, fruity, floral, sweet. I don't really get that cotton candy sweet. Now, if you genuinely just want to smell like cotton candy, Tubi's cotton candy, wait, I don't have a cotton candy. This is Tubi's bubblegum. I just realized that. I don't have a cotton candy. I think that they do have a cotton candy one, though. But my brain immediately went to this bubblegum one. So it wouldn't make sense to compare them. Anyways, though, Tubi's bubblegum. First of all, I want to say this. My girlfriend absolutely hates all of these Tubi's fragrances. So, if you have a girlfriend and you're debating getting these fragrances, I mean, maybe don't. A lot of the guys that I was showing this fragrance to were kind of clowning on the bottle, but they did enjoy the scent. So I think if you just want like some good, cheap Gourmand fragrances, I think that they might be worth it. Honestly, this chocolate fudge one, I'm not the biggest fan of. It's not that I don't like chocolate fragrances. This one is almost like too chocolatey for me. So if I'm being dead honest, I'm not saying I might give this away on my channel. I genuinely might just like see if someone will like give me $5 or $10 for this. It's really not like, it's not bad, but it's just it's way too chocolatey. It's way too chocolatey. I don't know. Like obviously, yes, it's called chocolate fudge. It's going to smell like chocolate fudge. Way too chocolatey. The other two I would see having in my collection and actually enjoy and wearing it. Why EDP or Le Beau Le Parfum? Le Beau EDT, yeah, I'm waiting for the spring. Can't wait for the spring, ready to wear some freshies again. And here's the thing. Like, I do love wearing all of these warm weather all these cool weather fragrances, heavy vanilla, woods fragrances, sugary sweet fragrances. But there is just something really nice about being able to wear something fresh and fruity. Maison Alhambra Bright Peach, Dior Homme Cologne. I have Paris Quarter Mage, Moscow Mule, Rasasi Huas. There's a lot of fragrances that, yes, I could wear in the cooler weather, but I'm waiting for it to warm up a little bit to pull them out. Might could get a low taper. I was thinking about getting a haircut here soon. Now, I don't know because my hair grows pretty fast, and it definitely slows down growing, like, once it does get to, like, this point. Like, obviously, yes, it's going to keep growing. But I don't know what I want to do because I know, like, it's kind of like that weird, like, bowl cut looking point, even though I didn't get a bowl cut. But it's just how my hair grows out. And I don't know, because, like, I think, if anything, I want to see if I can just, like, style my hair. I normally have, like, no texture in my hair, just because that's how my hair is, but I don't know. I definitely am open to getting a haircut as well. Think it's pretty awesome. Try it. Latafa Blue Oud, we definitely need to. What does Blue Oud supposedly smell like? I'll take it off your hands. Hello, Ray Ray. You cannot. Thoughts on Jupe Homme? Way too sugary sweet. Horrible fragrance. And it kind of smells like cat pee. Why EDP or Le Beau, and where should I buy? Le Beau, and see if you can buy off Joma Shop. Lock your hair, King. Hell nah. Why don't you try growing it and slick it back so it looks more clean cut and nice? Because if I were to slick it back, like, actually, I mean, I know that obviously this isn't slick. Oh, God, that looks so bad. I don't know. Like, there are some things I want to try and do. I don't want to, like, get, like, a perm or anything like that. But I don't know, because Normally, I like having my hair longer like this when it's cold outside. And then in the warmer weather, I like having my hair shorter. Makes sense to me at least. You have good hair. You have a good head of hair. That, hey, Low Ray, thank you. My hair looks like yours. Guess we twins. Take back what I said last time about a sod not smelling like Sauvage Elixir. Can confirm it does smell similar to it. What like similar, like what percentage you think it smells similar to? Is it like 80%, 90%, less, more? Definitely let me know. Is LeBeau good for school? Why do you recommend that over the Parfum or Paradise? So LeBeau EDT, is it good for school? It's definitely good for school. Why do I recommend it over the Le Parfum or Paradise Garden? I think, first of all, I think Paradise Garden is not really good. If you want something that smells, to me, smells pretty damn close to Paradise Garden, just get Tommy Vibrant Summer. It's not going to be one-to-one, but it definitely does have that, like, LeBeau Paradise Garden to it that is not, like, a very coconut-heavy fragrance. So I would say if you want LeBeau Paradise Garden, just get something like Tommy Vibrant Summer. I'm not saying that that's a clone, but it's something decently close to it that's really cheap. It's like 20 bucks. LeBeau Le Parfum isn't a bad fragrance by any means. I just simply prefer the original LeBeau just because it's insanely coconut heavy. Smells really good on my skin. Lasts long on my skin, and I get a lot of compliments. Bought K-On! Classic. It's coming Wednesday. What does that one smell like? Got a perm a few years back. It wasn't that good. I remember my brother. So my brother gets perms, and like his hair looks good with a perm. He's kind of balding a little bit, but like it covers up his head nicely. That's just never something I did though, because like he would always use like sea salt sprays, texture powders, styling powders, and everything like that. Like I don't really care about my hair that much. Not a big fan of LeBeau. King, I think that you're okay. Now obviously, it's your opinion, but King, pull this one out on pull this one out in the summer. Trust me. Well, I mean, obviously, I'm assuming that you're gonna wear this one in the summer, but definitely try it in the summer, King, and then see if it changes your opinion. Because when this stuff is just like going around in the summer, oh, phenomenal. 75% similar, I'd say, not too far off, but it's not overly similar. Got you. So good clone, but if you want the real thing, just go with the real thing. Oh, Dior Homme Intense clone, Low Ray, nice. It's the same price on Joma Shop as Macy's. Should I just buy from Macy's? It shouldn't be the same price. That's kind of odd if it's the same price. You could, however, be looking at 4.2 ounce of LeBeau off Joma Shop and a 2.5 ounce off Macy's. That's the only thing I can think, because I think that it would be definitely cheaper off Joma Shop. What's my favorite one? Stronger With You EDT. Prada Black. Jose got Prada Black right here. Beautiful, sexy, ambery vanilla fragrance. Definitely cannot go wrong with that one. Why EDP better than LeBeau for every day? Now, if you're looking for an everyday fragrance, go Y EDP. But I think if you're looking for a fragrance that you can still wear every day, that's going to be a little more intriguing than the Y line, I would still go LeBeau. Oh, God. I don't know what I just started choking on. But, like, if you were to ask me LeBeau or YEDP, which I have a sample of YEDP here, if you were to say I could only have one of these, I'm going LeBeau any day of the week. More Bell if it's the same size, yeah. So, yeah, More Bell, if it's the same size on Macy's and the same price, then get it off Macy's. But I find it highly unlikely that they're the same price. You think hair matters, Micah, or you just don't care about it? I mean, I don't necessarily care about my hair. Like, obviously, if my hair is, like, all the way down to my nose and, like, I can't see shit, like, technically it goes down to my nose, but at the same time, my hair, is in my eyes sometimes, yeah, but it's manageable. I don't necessarily care about my hair that much. I think if you're someone that really, like, does care about how they look and their impressions, then yes, like, hair should matter. To me, it doesn't matter that much. Best fresh aquatic marine ozonic fragrance, good for hot vacation, sitting by the pool or walking along the beach. I'm going to recommend you Acqua di Gio Profondo. This hits every single category. It's ozonic, it's fresh, it's very aquatic. It does have some marine aspects to it. I don't think that this has ambergris in it. But Acqua di Gio Profondo, Really nice. Has sea notes and aqua zone, so 2 aquatic notes. Very aquatic, very marine and minerally. It's mineral heavy, as I just said. It's fresh. It's a very good fragrance. This would be my pick. I love wearing this one when I go up to my girlfriend's family's property. Phenomenal fragrance. It's a riverfront property. Phenomenal. And this, straight up to me, smells like swimming in the river. Le Beau is wearable for me, but it's not a go-to fragrance for me. And I could definitely see that, especially in this cooler weather as well, King. Exactly, I'll stick with Eau Sauvage Parfum. I've never tried any of the Eau Sauvages. Lattafa Blue Oud smells similar to Mancera's Blue Notes. Ooh, Blue Notes. I don't think I've heard of that one. Think replica fragrances are good. Like the Maison Margiela replica fragrances, yeah, they're pretty good, but I would get a clone of them. Your hair is fine, thank you. Ralph's Club Elixir, it's on sale right now. Ooh. Okay, that's kind of tough. I've wanted Ralph's Club Elixir for so long, but on Tuesday, so I don't have school Monday because that's Martin Luther King Day, but Tuesday I go back to school. One of my buddies has a 3.4 ounce of Tom Ford's Black Orchid EDT. That's one that came out in like 2023. It originally was his dad's, and then his dad didn't like it, so then he took it, and then he doesn't like it. But he said if I gave him $40, he'd give it to me. And it's like a pretty full bottle. Now, I have said I don't really like Tom Ford's. Now, I had never smelt that Tom Ford before. I've smelt like Black Orchid Eau de Parfum. Never smelt the EDT. But I'm going to buy it because one, $40, like that's just a good price. And two, it's not going to be a fragrance I would wear every day. But that's something where like if I have a special occasion, something to dress up nice for, I would wear that fragrance. Rufan, Gino, what's going on? Also, I heard an assistant at a fragrance store in Swanza that Eau Sauvage discontinued Panic. And you panicked. It isn't though. Thankfully, I need to try some of the Eau Sauvages. I'm the only one here that's good looking. I'm alpha. Okay, well you definitely aren't, but okay. You look like Raleigh from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Aqua de Gio Profundo or Le Beau. If I can only pick one. It's a good matchup. Interestingly, I have them enough here, or I have them both here. If I can only pick one. It's a really hard option. I'd probably just go Le Beau because my girlfriend likes that one more. I feel the same way when I had Twist back in the summer and they were super long. Best fragrance I've smelled that I don't own. YSL, okay. This one isn't the best fragrance I've smelled that I don't own, but a fragrance that I like really, really love and wish that I owned it. YSL myself, definitely need to get that one. But again, I might wait till it's a little bit warmer to get that one. Yeah, you have to try Eau Sauvage Parfum and Extreme. Original and Cologne are wrong, but Extreme and Parfum pick. I heard that Eau Sauvage Parfum is really good. And then that the original is really good as well. So, King, the size bottle, 3.4 ounce, and it's pretty full. Like, I was shaking it around. Like, obviously, it had been used, but it wasn't, like, insanely used. I'm not trying to sod Zanzibar, no. Issey Miyake is an underrated house. I agree. Issey Miyake, just as a brand, is a good brand. And then as far as, like, a fragrance house goes, they're house. My dad wears Issey Miyake L'Eau d'Issey Pour Homme, just the original. And, you know, it's good, fresh, yuzu fragrance, very good. It's not outdated, though. That's the thing that I love about it. Came out in the 90s, definitely not outdated. Jean Paul Gaultier, underrated house. So I wouldn't necessarily say Jean Paul Gaultier is an underrated house. Just because they are a very popular house. Now, I think sometimes the hate on Jean Paul Gaultier's can make them kind of an underrated house. Because even though they're very popular fragrances, these are the three that I own from them. Le Male Elixir, Ultramall, and Le Beau. Even though people will say these suck, they're horrible. That interests me because a lot of people are like, oh, Jean Paul Gaultier sucks. They're overrated. They're just like TikTok hype fragrances. These are all very good. I wear these. I get a lot of compliments with all of these. I don't think that they're necessarily overrated. And I think if anything, at this point, because of how much hate that they get, they're almost underrated in a sense. I feel like JPG's for Playboys. Playboy, like, I mean, no. I mean, I don't know, because Are they sexy fragrances? Yes, all of them are sexy fragrances, and I can get compliments with them. Even the EDT, you can still get compliments with Lamal EDT. I mean, I guess they're for Playboys. What's the best JPG? Is it LeBeau? No, I'm gonna say Ultramall if I can only pick one. But for the summer, it's definitely LeBeau EDT. Not a big fan of JPG. I don't dislike them. Gotcha King. What's good, chat? Zaro's an under. That is okay. Yeah. I mean, yes and no. Kind of the same thing with John Paul Gaultier. Like, they're a good house. They have really good releases, but they still are a popular house. So I don't. As far as is a Zaro an underrated house? Maybe underrated, maybe not. But then they also do release some like pretty good cheap fragrances. This is a Zaro Sport, like a, I don't know, this is like $14. This, first of all, atomizer test. Pretty good atomizer. A Mont Blanc Legend, like imagine Mont Blanc Legend mixed with Mont Blanc Legend mixed with like citrusiness of Chanel. Now it's interesting. I don't like Bleu de Chanel that have like a twist on Bleu de Chanel. So this one very close to Legend with almost that Bleu de Chanel clean citrusiness. And then guess Womo Aqua, to me, this is like Bleu de Chanel with added aquatics. So I don't necessarily like Bleu de Chanel fragrances, but fragrances that are cheap, hold on to that DNA, but have a twist on them, I do definitely like. There's a Hawas elixir coming out. I did not know that. There's so many Hawasas coming out. C2, I was gonna get, I was gonna buy Hawas Ice because it's like $29 on Amazon right now. But I'm just gonna buy the Tom Ford that I'm gonna buy from my friend at school. And I'm just going to save up my money because I really do want to just save up as much money as I can and get my brand started. Got that coconut coffee body wash. Scrub you recommended a while back. It smells amazing. Hey, Tiki Taki, I told you that stuff is fire. If you were to get anything from the ES range, don't be in a hurry to get the OG. Extreme is fantastic. So is the Parfum. Those would be great first ones I would suggest getting. Hey, I appreciate the recommendation. Need your opinions on the cologne you're making. It has notes of woody pine, cedarwood, sandalwood, vanilla, tonka bean, bergamot, or grapefruit, saffron, and cardamom and lavender. Are you saying? Well, are you saying that you're making two fragrances? One of them, woody pine, cedarwood, sandalwood, vanilla, and tonka bean and bergamot, or the other one, which is grapefruit, saffron, cardamom, and lavender? I didn't know either until Valentino told me. Who is Valentino? First of all, C2. And then, wait, so has it been like officially released, or like is it just like speculations coming out? Another thing that I saw though, new Lattafa Camera, not announced, but Lattafa posted on their Instagram, and they had said like pretty much these are like professionally made pictures. This is not like announcing a release. But if this stuff gets a lot of hype and gets good reviews, then we'll make it. And it's called like Lattafa Camera Arcaz? It's some not like weird name, but interesting name. It's like Lattafa Camera Arcaz. I don't know. I keep thinking Arcaz. It could be that. It definitely could be that, but I don't think it is. But it's like red and then has like a black top. So like the juice is red and it has like that red like fading into black like this one does. And then like a black top. And the note breakdown in the top notes, it's like cherry, it's like cherry, some sort of liquor note, and then maybe nutmeg, but I'm assuming it's gonna be like a boozy cherry fragrance. Like, I don't really know. It definitely interests me and it definitely looked good, but it did definitely look interesting. Commerce sounds really good. Reminds me of 9 p.m. Rebel Attack. And it could be actually, now that I think about it, they're both red and black fragrances released by Middle Eastern fragrance houses. Kind of do sound similar. And Tonka Cola. It could be similar to Tonka Cola. I don't know. If anything, I would assume it's going to be a clone of just like another Killian fragrance. Like if Killian has one that's like a cherry heavy fragrance, could be a clone of that. Just one fragrance can't. Oh, you can't decide between grapefruit or bergamot. Well, so Sly Crown, what I would recommend, make 2 batches. Make one with bergamot and make one with grapefruit and see which one you like more. Hasn't came out yet. Oh, Valentino supporter Dayron. Oh, if it's Valentino Uomo Glazer, yeah, then he's on my channel as well. But I think it's interesting. We're seeing so many Middle Eastern fragrances come out. Latafa, Afnan, Armaf, Joe Milano. No, that's not. Is it Joe? Whatever brand makes like the Ace of Spade fragrances. I don't know why. Because I know Joe Malone is a brand. It might be like Joe Milano. I have no clue. Thought Hawas Fire was gonna come out. I feel like I feel like it is gonna come out. Thoughts on Stronger With You? Absolutely. So Brady, to put it this way, I have all of the Stronger With You fragrances that I've smelled and enjoyed. I have Stronger With You EDT and Stronger With You Intensely. Therefore, I mean, obviously, as I said, I have all the ones I enjoy. I don't really enjoy Stronger With You Absolutely. It's not even that it's a bad fragrance, but it's more mature than all the other ones. And it's okay. If you want more of a boozy cinnamon combo, go with Stronger With You Absolutely. I just don't really like it. Just got the best fragrance ever made, Velvet Infusion by Dolce & Gabbana. Isn't that from their private line? Those Ace of Spade fragrances have amazing atomizers. Yeah, I saw them, and they're like, shoot super far and shoot pretty wide. And obviously, they're pressurized. But from what I've heard, like, for like a clone fragrance, they're not bad. But they're still like $80 for a clone. And I understand they can do that because do you want to spend $80 on a clone or $400 at least on the real thing? I would probably just still go with the clone, but from what I've heard, some of them just aren't necessarily good. LeBeau, good. Where'd I get yours? So I actually traded for that LeBeau, so I don't know where it came from. I'm assuming it came from my local Dillard's. It's from the private line. Gotcha. Joel, what's going on? Joel, it's been a hot minute since you've come in. I feel like, I don't know. I remember I saw your comment and you were like, I think I was wearing Mancera Instant Crusher. Oh, I was wearing Prada Black, and you said W Prada I'm wearing Leighton today. Joel, I'm surprised you've not ran out of that little Leighton sample yet. It's unbelievable, freshest scent I've ever smelled, and it has no florals. Ooh, so is it similar to anything you've ever tried? What other hobbies do you have? I know you play basketball, but anything else? So what other hobbies do I have? That is a good question. So I guess I'll just kind of explain like what I do in life. I still go to high school, so that's something I do. I play basketball. I didn't play this season because I want to get a job and get my brand kick-started. So I might play next season, or if I'm busy, might not play next season. So obviously I do YouTube. I love fragrances. Like basketball. I like playing video games. I hang out with my girlfriend. I want to get into car tuning. I've always loved like car tuning. I love playing. I love playing like Forza, and you know, that's like I guess where my love of cars came from. So that's like the big things that I do in my life, I suppose. But otherwise, I just like talk about cologne and go to school and just be a person, and I work as well. So that's really just what I'm doing. Favorite college basketball team, UCLA. It's LeBeau. Ended up trading or selling it. Playing Dress to Impress with Hollis. Dude, I am like actually good at Dress to Impress. Sup, Darsh, how are you doing? Making a return to the court? Possibly. What's my brand? So my dad's friend, him and his business partner, they have a business where they make and sell websites for people. So they're making me a website free of charge, which was absolutely crazy to me because they were telling me how it's like $3 to $5 grand normally, and they're willing to do it for free for me. So that's very exciting for me. The brand, I'm still probably just going to keep it as Micah Fragrance. That's what I'm known as. You know, how long does LeBeau last? Lasts about like 7 to 8 hours. Lasts like 8 hours on my skin. You put me on CK1 Shock, my favorite one scent. Hey, Mac, CK1 Shock, phenomenal. I'm going to be in the live more. Hey, Joel, you better be. You better be, Joel. Forza to go. Forza is just like a phenomenal gaming franchise. Like, I've never played Gran Turismo. I have a PS4, so I can play Gran Turismo. I would just have to go out and buy one. I like Need for Speed. I like Forza. And out of like the big being Forza, Need for Speed, Gran Turismo, I guess you could throw in like Assetto Corsa for like the big racing games. I would go Forza any day of the week. Tea-based fragrance, something fresh. You haven't experienced anything like it. Gotcha. In fact, selling 50% of my collection, just get backup bottles of it. Don't need any other freshies. Interesting. Make a review of Natura Tarat. I do not have that fragrance. If I do get it, then I will. My favorite fragrance, yes. Favorite of all time, Stronger With You EDT, chestnut vanilla, sage lavender, smoke and sugar, phenomenal fragrance. I love Cars 2, play Assetto Corsa a lot, very fun simulator. And I definitely want to get, like a Logitech G920. I believe that that's the ones for the Xbox, but like the wheels for the Xbox, like that would be so fun. But again, like as I said, I just want to get my brand kickstarted first so I can like actually have money so I can buy a project car. And if anything, I see myself starting to save up for a like project car before I get like another Xbox, you know? Minimize everything down to just 4 fragrances, 1 for each season. Gotcha. Gotta go. Keep up the good work. Hey, King, I appreciate it. Have a nice night. Forza graphics never miss too. Like, I'm playing right now. I've been playing a lot of Forza Horizon 4 off my Xbox 360. It still has pretty good graphics. Farming Sim. I played it. It's a decent game. Going out a little, just shopping, guess, or Cobalt Elixir. Ooh, Slycron. I'd probably just go guess. Don't recognize anyone except for King Jewel. We have expanded a lot. Like the GT7 as well. Oh, Gran Turismo 7. Creed is expensive. Creed is very expensive. We should play some Animal Crossing. Dave, me and you should play Animal Crossing. Y'all, everyone say W Dave in the chat. Going to have Dolce & Gabbana Velvet Infusion for the summer. 24 Rue del Universe for by YSL for fall. So is that one by YSL another one out of their private line? Love car, also car channel coming soon from UC2. Bought my brother the wheel and Forza for his birthday. I bought a PXN V9, which is like a cheaper steering wheel. It's like $200, but it comes with like a wheel, the 3 pedals, and a manual shifter. And like it was fun while it was pretty good, but again, $200 for something that broke. And then I had one of those like Ferrari Thrustmaster ones, and that one I never had any issues with. But of course, it only had two wheels and only had 2 pedals and paddle shifters. Wow, I saw Caban for spring and Angel Share for winter. I tried Angel Share. It's okay. I don't think it's phenomenal. Creed Aventus way too expensive for the smell. The other Creeds though goated. If you guys want a Creed fragrance for pretty cheap, get Mont Blanc Individual. I know what you're wondering. If you want a Creed fragrance for cheap, get Mont Blanc Individual. How does that make sense? If you want a Creed fragrance, get a Mont Blanc. Really doesn't make sense. Mont Blanc and Creed are notorious for copying off of each other. Mont Blanc Individual, Creed copied this, turned it into their original Santal. So if you want Creed original Santal, just get Mont Blanc Individual, and then in turn, you get the original fragrance, and it's pretty cheap. I picked up this 1.7 ounce for like $20. Yeah, for me. Oh, nice. Gonna be it's gonna be some grinding though, because it's gonna take some money also. Yeah, and like for me too, if I do make a car tuning channel, I don't want to like buy a car that I have to put, I buy like a car for $1,000, but then I have to put like 4 grand into it to fix one. I would want one that just like runs, and then I could put some modifications on. Really, I'm looking into like a 90s Mustang. If I get one, then I'd preferably want it to be a convertible, obviously V8 with a manual. And then I'm also looking into some Honda Civics as well from the 90s. Very cheap cars, pretty reliable, like decently reliable until you start getting like 300, 400,000 miles. Then they go to shit. But like, there's a decent amount of cars that I think of. Since I stopped watching live, got Ultramall, Le Mans Elixir, Yellow Dream, and Sauvage EDT. Joel, I remember you went to like Cisco or something like that, and you got Stronger With You. You got some other stuff too. I can't remember exactly what you got, but you got like a pretty decent haul. But yeah, as I said, y'all want Creed Original Santal, go Mont Blanc Explorer. Let's take a second to talk about these 2 fragrances. Want to modify my cars? Also, might just rent some cars. Like on a lease, I probably wouldn't do that because I don't think you can modify lease vehicles or cars that you rent. I don't know. I mean, you might be able to. Try to be a race car driver. Biggest goal. Hey, race car driver would be cool. When you went to Cali, you got Lamale Parfum. Yeah, you got Lamale Parfum, Stronger With You, Coral Fantasy, and Profondo. Yeah, you had a good haul. But these two fragrances right here, Mont Blanc Legend EDT, Mont Blanc Legend EDP. What is the differences with these? So the 3.3 ounces, obviously this one is the EDT, this one is Eau de Parfum. So different concentrations. The EDT and the EDP, both at their bases, are woodsy fragrances, citrusy, really good fragrances, fruity, mask, both clones of Abercrombie and Fitch's Fierce. Now, what are the differences with these fragrances? Pricing wise, it's about a $5 difference. The EDP is traditionally going to be about $5 more than the EDT. What do I smell? What differences do I smell? Smelling the EDT, it's woody, fruity, citrusy, metallic. Smell EDP, woody, fruity, citrusy, a little more on like that green herbal freshness, no metallicness. If you want a better clone of the original Fierce, go with the Eau de Parfum. And if you want a clone a little bit longer, go with the Parfum. And again, it's a difference, so it's not like the EDT is $30 and the Eau de Parfum is $60. It's a $5 difference. If you can get the Eau de Parfum, I would say get it, but the EDT is always going to be a good option. No, definitely not modifying rented cars. Exactly. 180 good pay for 4.2 ounce LeBeau. Morbel, that is not a good price at all. Even retail price, that is well over retail. No, Morbel, I don't know where you're looking, but not a good price at all. And I'm also assuming that you're in the U.S. talking about U.S. money. No, a 2.5 ounce of LeBeau is like it's like $100. A 4.2 ounce is like $120. You'd be overpaying like $60. Look on Joma Shop. Look on FragranceNet. I don't know where you're looking at a 4.2 ounce for $180, but they are definitely not a good site to buy off of. When I'm older, I'm gonna buy IROC Z, put a wide body on it, maybe an engine swap, give it air suspension. The IROC Zs are cool. Those are cool. I'm not a Camaro fan, but if I were to get a Camaro, I'd either want a Catfish or an IROC Z. Everyone gatekeep this fragrance, but you're getting a tester bottle with a waffle cone by Imaginary Authors. I've heard that one's actually really good. When do you plan on getting the fragrance brand up and running? So the website itself will probably take about a month or two to complete. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I need to save up. There's a couple things that I want to do. I need to save up money. I want to get more notes, first of all, and then there's just like some other stuff that I have to do. I am thinking the frankincense cologne that I made may be the first one that I decide to sell. Smelling this fragrance. The opening. Oh, this opening is actually a lot better since I had let it sit. So now that I've let it sit for about a week, smelling this, immediately I sprayed it on. It's very fruity right off the bat. Now smelling it, it's still that nice fruitiness, but then there's a lot of frankincense that comes through. A lot of frankincense. Now, this smells a little hippie-ish, I won't lie, because of that frankincense. If you don't like incense, you're probably not going to like this fragrance. There's a lot of incense, and then there's already a nice vanilla coming through. Pretty much the three main things I put with this fragrance, incense and vanilla. Or frankincense and vanilla. So it's an incense and vanilla heavy fragrance. Now, this just smells super nice. Now, off of the dry down, after it's been on your skin for a couple hours, to me, it just smells like a powdery vanilla. I've asked some other people what it smells like a couple hours after I put it on, and they say that they can still smell frankincense and vanilla. So I don't know. This could be good, but I definitely do like this fragrance, but the only things that I will do is whatever I have for the top notes, I'm going to replace those with actual fragrance oils instead of using essential oils, and then if anything, I'll probably just make essential oil fragrances as all natural fragrances. But I am fairly convinced that this is a good fragrance. Now, obviously, could I be a little bit biased because I made this fragrance? Yes. My girlfriend says she enjoys it. My mom says she enjoys it. I will take this to school, get some people's reactions to it as well. I am decently proud of what I made, though. What's gonna be the name of the brand? Just Micah Fragrance? Yes, it'll just be Micah Fragrance. MF Fragrances will go so hard. I mean, yeah, but I think I'm just gonna keep just as my as like my as my profile picture. I have the MF and then the Micah Fragrance. So I think I'm gonna just keep that as just like the picture for my website, like my logo. Vanilla, mango, pineapple, and bergamot would be crazy for summer. That definitely could be good. The only issue I see is you don't have to sell some clone where I'm going to get samples of niche stuff like Bond Number 9, New York Nights, Trano 21, and then try and buy one else. Oh, gotcha, Joel. Nice. Oh, or maybe Greenlee. Oh, Joel, Greenlee's really good. Greenlee's definitely really good. Now, the one thing I will say with Greenlee, Joel, the interesting things is, to me, this is not like a green apple. Like, obviously, yes, there's a nice green apple that comes through, but green apple is not like the first thing that I smell off this fragrance. A lot of people say, oh, it's very green apple heavy. To me, it's not insanely green apple heavy off the opening. It's more like this dirty, clean oak moss. Never use vanilla in the summer. You definitely can use vanilla in the summer as long as it's not like a vanilla, like as long as it's not a warm vanilla. There's a decent amount of summer fragrances that have vanilla in them. Thought essential oils or fragrance oils? No. So the difference is fragrance oils are synthetic ingredients made to smell like that. No, essential oil, you'll notice that there's essential oils that you can't get for some stuff, and if there are, then they are bootleg essential oils. But essential oils, they go through like this thing, like this chemical reaction. I don't know what they do exactly, but then you get the essential oils, which is just pure extract from them. Smell at Nordstrom. I really liked it. Is eBay safe to buy from? It yes, but do not buy LeBeau for $140. JPG for only 74.2 ounce on the Molly Parfum. That could be legit. Just go look on the seller and say like a verified. I don't know, but check like the ratings and stuff. Ratings, then you can buy it. Stream is liking what I say about the mango pineapple fragrance. I said that it could be good. The only thing is that it could possibly, the one thing that I said is that it might not have the most depth to it. 5 reviews, are they all 5-star reviews, or are they all like 1-star reviews and they're saying that they're scamming? Never buy popular fragrance from eBay, all fake. So niche fan, that is not true. They're not all fake. Now, are there definitely some fakes that go around? For sure. But just saying that they're all fake is putting it under a broad spectrum, which wouldn't be that good. 60%, I don't know. I mean, it's your judgment. Personally, I would say just buy off a discounter opposed to eBay, but it's up to you. What do you mean by depth? So, Sly Crown, if you have just a fragrance with those simple 4 notes, you have a lot of fruity fragrances, and then the only base note you would have would be vanilla, you're not really going to have a lot of depth. Now, if you added, say you added some more top notes, 2 middle notes, and then you added like some woods in the dry down, then you would have more depth. But the issue is when you have fragrances that are just like really fruity and they don't have a lot of depth, and they might not last as long. And then you don't want to, you spray on your fragrance and then, the pineapple and everything goes away. Then all you're left with is vanilla. You're going to want something that will actually stay and have more depth, especially for the summer. But then obviously you don't want it to be like an insanely deep fragrance. You still want it to be fresh. Whenever I buy from eBay, look at the percentage thing of the seller. 60%. What about off 9 p.m.? I don't like 9 p.m. What defines top, middle, and base notes? So I'm not exactly sure what defines the top, middle, and base notes. But it is decent. I mean, I don't know if it's like insanely easy for like everyone, but like on these, yeah, here we have my vanilla and my blackberry fragrance oils. This says heart note, so middle note, and then base note. I would assume a decent amount of other brands do this where they just have it already. But like this, it says heart note, and then the family is fruity. This is blackberry, and this is vanilla note, and then the family is fruity. Coach for Men is good every day. I got it last month. Coach for Men definitely is good. I smelled Coach Platinum, and Platinum's good as well. I definitely enjoy Platinum. But do you guys think that if I were, as my first fragrance, to release the fragrance that I'm talking about, smelling it right now, decently strong, not like an insanely strong fragrance. This is a fragrance I'm gonna say you'll get like 6 or so hours of longevity with. Now obviously once I switch to the actual fragrance oils, it could be longer, it could be shorter with longevity. But I'm gonna say as it is right now, I get about 6 hours of longevity. At first, it's like this fruity sweet opening, and then it's like a frankincense vanilla combo. So if that's something you guys are interested in, I would definitely be willing to get that fragrance pushed out as soon as I start my brand and everything like that. Have that be my fragrance. I don't know. I feel like you should make something getting first impression going. That's the thing. That's I have with. I know I could just go with something basic and admittedly pretty safe, but at the same time, I don't necessarily want to, bring out a fragrance and people be like, yeah, I mean, it's good, but it's just basic, like I want something where people will smell it and it's good, it's not basic, but it's still something that people like. That is the only issue that I'm really running into. I love frankincense. I love frankincense. I love incense. My girlfriend loves incense. My mom loves incense. Not everyone is going to love incense. I understand that. JB, what's going on? We got about 3 more minutes left, so start putting in your guys' last comments. But yeah, there's definitely some changes that I will still have to make. And then I also realized I really don't have that many wood notes, so I think I'm gonna pick up a sandalwood note. But I also could order off of a different fragrance oil website. Not because the ones that I bought aren't good. They are good and they're pretty high quality. But I kind of want to look at some other sites. True, but basic scents, smells can be unique. Adding a couple nice touches of saffron, lavender, and other stuff. Well, I know, but I'm just saying I don't want to just release like basic fragrances. Favorite college basketball team, UCLA. Kobe's going on. Yo, bro, you think you should do some gaming or sneaker content? Sneaker content, definitely no, because I'm not like a shoe person. Gaming content, possibly. It depends. What happened to Barry? What happened to Barry? I don't even know. No, Barry. He's just busy, which is what he told us. Which is what I'm assuming is happening. But I know during the summer he was free, but then he was just like pretty busy. Use Dreamerwood by Firmenich. It's a proprietary molecule that's better than sandalwood. Gotcha. Thank God, bro, because I don't want to be subscribed for no reason. Maybe realize if someone posts, then your subscription doesn't really do anything. How's he been busy for like 3 months? People have shit to do. I don't know. And it's also not necessarily any of my business as well. But I don't know. Just thinking about what Niche Fan said. With like raw materials and powders and stuff, I think I'm gonna hold off on that. Now, obviously, the one that you're talking about could not be like a powder. But I don't know. I definitely just want to start off with oils, but then I definitely do want to get some powders, vanilla powders and Broxton powders, some wood powders for sure. But I definitely do think it all depends, and I definitely just want to be able to, I don't know, like have, what am I saying? I have no clue really what I'm saying. Have a great rest of your day, Micah. When's the next stream? Hey, C2, I appreciate it. Next stream, probably tomorrow night. Do I like Extreme, or do I like Hugo Boss Energize or Extreme more Energize? Have I worn my fragrance yet? I have not, Kobe. I have not, but I probably will give it a wear here soon. What does adding powders do to the fragrance? So it's the same thing as just like adding a note to the fragrance, but you have your fragrance oil form or you have powder form. The only thing is you need a either you need a hot plate or you need like a hot plate that you can put water on top of, and then you mix your powders together, and then you have like some some like liquid that you put in, which like stabilizes everything, if I'm not mistaken. Then you put it on the hot plate with the water, and then it like it doesn't disintegrate, but all goes into liquid form, and then you mix everything together. That's just it's literally just like a powder form of a note. But that is going to do it for the stream. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Have a great day. Jeremy Fraser uses powders. He does. Michael What Man Says Drive again. Tonka Cola and Instant Crush. But that's going to do it for the stream. Everyone have a good night. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you all have not already. Peace, everyone. I'll see you all later. Have a good day.